Good evening. Welcome back to Kenya, Finland. Today I want to talk about housing in Finland and I'll make a few comparisons to housing in Kenya. So let's go first of all to how you apply for the house. So you go to the internet and look for the address that you want, the city that you want, and pick the house according to your requirements. So as you can see, most of the places they put very detailed information, which I really like. So they put the address of the house, they put if it's on the it's a flat, when it was built, which year. Here it was built in 1953, if there's a lift, which house is available on what floor, what's the size of the house, and they put pictures of the house from outside and from inside also. They really give you details in that sense that if you want to buy, if you want to move to that location, you have a very vivid picture of what type of housing expects you, as opposed to Kenya. We all know how the landlords advertise the houses and they rarely put them on their website, and if they don't put any address, so you just know the house is in Westlands, but exact address nobody mentions. So here is a picture of the kitchen, and something special I'd like to mention about the kitchens in Finland. Every landlord is expected by law to provide a kitchen that has some of these basic needs, like there must be a fridge, there has to be a cooker, an electric cooker, before you rent it out. So like I said, they give the advertisements of the houses are very detailed. Like you can see, here is floor plan of how the house looks like, and the size and the divisions, and every room how it's been divided, which is very, very good. Because in Kenya, if you ask someone like oh, there's a rental house, how many rooms, they tell you 2 rooms or 3 rooms. They will not tell you exact the size of the house. They just tell you, oh, the sitting room can fit 2 sofa sets or 3 sofa sets, which I find very confusing. So I like that in Finland they give measurements. I like the way Finnish people deal with numbers, specifics, so there's no confusion. Oh, it is small or it is big. My sofa can fit, my bed cannot fit, my children can fit, my children cannot fit. And this is a standard picture of how the kitchens basically look like, and there has to be warm and cold running water at all times. The other thing that you're bound to find in Finland is something we call pesotupa. So it's like a laundromat, which is in every flat where people can go book time. You pay a small fee, you book, and then you go and wash your clothes. And most places also provide kuivashuone, which is like the place you go and dry your laundry. They tend to have also drying machines, so you can decide whether you want to dry your clothes in the drying machine, or you can take to the drying room. The drying room basically is a heated room, so you go hang your clothes there and they dry. You might wonder why. Finland experiences very cold weather, so it is necessary to either have a drying room or a drying cupboard, or then the drying machine for your clothes to dry. And remember, in winter people wear very heavy clothing. Another thing in Finland that you'll not find in Kenya is that every flat has a sauna. So because of the cold winters, landlords are required to provide a sauna for their tenants. So it's their communal saunas. So once a week, every landlord allocates a day for all residents to go and have communal sauna without a fee. And if you want private bookings, then you have to pay a small fee, and then you can have your own session in the sauna. You with your family or with your friends, maybe 2 hours is quite standard. Another thing you find in Finland that is not in Kenya is the garbage place, which is usually very well maintained. Like that one you can see is under shade. And they organize for a car to come and collect. And everybody tends to have, all the residents get to have a key. So these places are usually under lock and key. So when you're going to throw your trash away, you go and throw it. As you've realized, why I'm even mentioning the lock and key, in Finland we don't have fences. So it's very easy for passers-by to also like walk into the other people's residential areas. But it's very rare that you find someone taking their own trash to other people's trash, because every flat is allocated a place to throw trash anyway. So that is the responsibility of the people managing that building. Even those who live by themselves, they have to organize a place where they can throw their own trash and pay for garbage collection. And it's not an extra fee that you have to pay if you're living in Finland. So, I mean, in rental apartment, the fee that you've paid as rent stands for also the garbage collection, something that I really like. Now, the other thing that is probably very important to mention is that in Finland, you do not just mix up garbage. When you're taking your garbage away, it's just the general garbage. If you have special garbage like old furniture, a TV that's not working, and stuff like that, you have to wait for this bigger trash throwing thing. We call it lava. So every landlord informs their tenants when they're going to be providing one, and for which specific type of trash, because here people do trash assortment. You do not mix up trash when you're throwing it away. It has to be assorted, different classes, if it's chemical based, if it's just old beds, old furniture. And so they'll inform you that, okay, this one you can throw old electronics, this one you can throw old furniture. But you have to always talk to your landlord. They always give this information. The other thing that we find in Finland that you're not likely to find in Kenya is a place to park your bicycles. I mentioned in my video of yesterday about 10 things about I like about Finland is that people here are always on the move. Every family, basically every household, you find a bicycle for the children and for the adults. So landlords by law are required to provide a place to park bicycles. It's quite often inside and also outside. So that is very common. During summer, people park outside, and during winter, inside quite often. The other thing, this is also in Kenya. So parking lot, and everybody gets their own parking lot, but you pay a fee for it if you want to use the parking lot as a tenant. And the parking lots are quite well divided, they're well maintained, they're cleaned, and the divisions are made very clearly. Now in Finland, you cannot park in a parking lot that's not yours or that you've not paid for, because someone can call an inspector to come and give you a parking ticket, because of using their own parking without their permission. So you cannot just come in and park anywhere. Everybody has their own allocated space. Now you might be wondering what this is. This is what we call lämmitystolpa. Basically, it is used for it's found in the parking area. Like every parking spot tends to have this lämmitystolpa for warming up your car during winter, because it can snow very heavily in Finland. I think I'll insert a photo just after this to show how it looks like when it heavily snows. So you need to warm up your engine in the morning before you can start the car, or whatever time, if it's snowing heavily. Otherwise, you use a lot of heat to warm up your engine first of all and get it running. Sometimes it will not even run for a long time before it gets warm. So you leave it there warming up. It really helps. It basically uses electricity. So you set a time, or what time you want to have your engine warm. The device to start warming your engine, you can set a timer. There's a timer there. Quite often 2 hours before your departure time is enough. So by the time you go, you find most of the snow has melted off the car and the engine is warm. So even cleaning up your car is just taking a brush and just cleaning it quite fast. If you do not warm your car, if you forget to put the timer on, and you have to leave, you're going to get a rude shock. You're going to get a very cold car with snow, and it's just basically not a good site. It can be annoying. I've been there so many times. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you for coming back again. And if you enjoyed this content, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I hope this information was useful to you. Thank you, and